Manuela Tao, good morning. How are you, faithful Captain Niner here with you with your Captain and Coffee morning report. All right, so for as far as yesterday's practice, let's get started with the did not participate. We've got Aaron Banks, obviously, going to be going to the IR anytime now. Robert Beal with an ankle injury, and then Spencer Burford with his calf. Still do not know what's going on with him as far as Monday night, if he's going to be able to play or not. Hopefully with the extra day's rest, because we're not playing, remember, we have a Monday night game. Hopefully that'll let him be able to heal enough to where he'll be able to play. Or else we're going to have somebody between Charlie Heck and Austin Pleasance, who've only been on the team for 2 weeks, starting at left tackle to go along with a new left guard, which is going to be Nick Sakel. So a whole lot of moving parts, and we still don't know a whole lot of what's going to be going on with this offensive line that is absolutely decimated at this point. If anybody else goes down, I think I'm next in line to get down there. So I might be on a plane here to go play for the Niners, maybe the last week of the season. As far as a limited, we have Jair Brown, who's limited with an ankle, Leonard Floyd with his shoulder, Colton McKivitz with a knee, also Isaac Guerendo, also still limited, but being reported that he is trending in the right direction to be able to play come Monday night. Again, hopefully the extra day of rest will help. The biggest issue that we were having like last week with Patrick Taylor. Patrick Taylor just doesn't have that burst. I think he's solid overall, good backup, but again, without that burst, this offense definitely relies on someone who has that burst, especially when you hit that corner, to get around. So again, he's a solid backup, just someone that you don't necessarily want starting long term for your team, even though there's only 2 games left of the season. Also of note, Trent Williams officially went on the IR list. Again, decimated offensive line. Officially yesterday, so he is now obviously done for the year. Trey Greenlaw, they've decided to go ahead and shut him down. Not the Achilles, but the calf on his other leg. Still giving him issues, just not healing right. So, slight possibility that's the last time we see Dre Greenlaw in a 49ers uniform. He is a free agent going into the offseason, but I am hoping between him, Tano Hufanga, and Brock Purdy, let's not fuck around front office. We see what happens. We let these things just fester and boil over close to training camp. Get this shit done quickly. I'd love to see if everybody is signed and everything's done before the draft. I don't understand. We know we're going to pay these guys. Just fucking get it done. Figure out the rest of the roster afterwards. That way, again, you don't have this stuff that's just festering. It eats away and everything like that to an extent. Just stop. All right, so other things of note. We also signed a center, Matt Hennessy, from the Atlanta Falcons practice squad. Interesting that we signed him to a 2-year deal. We know Jake Brendel at center has been one of the absolute worst parts of this team. I mean, he's ranked like number 40th out of potential starting centers in the NFL when it comes to some of his grades. So it's obviously he is a terrible, terrible center. Most teams, when your center, or at least a player of any position for the most part, is that bad, you replace them. You at least try something. We have not done anything. Why we continue to walk Brendel out there when he's going to get Purdy hurt, let's be honest. At this point, especially with how this line is going into against this game against the Detroit Lions, I don't trust Brendel out there. I mean, some of the other guys are new, and I trust them more than Brendel. That's how bad it is. I mean, it's just so. But anyways, we signed him to Matt Hennessy to a 2-year deal. So I'm curious, next year, do we get a little bit of maybe we get rid of Brendel. Then we have this Matt Hennessy, and then we still have Drake Nugent, the center out of USC that we drafted last year, has been sitting on our practice squad. Maybe we see a little bit of them. What if we go into next year's camp with those two battling out to be the new starting center? Preferably, I would like Nugent, younger, more developmental, all that kind of stuff. But either way, we cannot go into 2025 with Jake Brendel as a center. But again, like I said, so him being signed to a 2-year deal is a little bit interesting for Matt Hennessy. Also, we re-signed Sebastian Gutierrez back to the practice squad. He's been off and on the practice squad all year long. So maybe, if we got any more injuries, he's probably going to end up starting a game, which would be absolutely bad. Other things of note is that Kyle did defend Moody and some of his kicking going on this year. He noted that Moody had a 93% field goal percentage before his high ankle sprain, and it's gone down to like 60-something afterwards, that's great, Kyle. He has a 93% field goal. Great. The problem is those 7% are ones that he is missing in the fourth quarter to take a lead, to win a game. Basically, all your high-pressure kicks, Moody misses a lot of the times, most of the time. He's fine when it's the first, second quarter, when, quote-unquote, no pressure on him, when it's just, your normal kick and everything. He's fine. But all of a sudden, for some reason, when it comes to these pressure kicks where he needs to, like I said, take a lead, win a game, anything, he can't make them. So, interesting. We'll see. I bet you he's going to be on the roster next year. Or at the very least, we're going to bring somebody in that hopefully pushes him to make Moody better. Let's see. That was the only thing of note. So again, for this being a Friday, y'all know it's Faithful Friday. On Faithful Friday at 6 p.m. Western time over here in the Pacific. Me and I'm not sure who the co-hosts are going to be this week. I'm not sure if TJ is going to be back or if I'm going to have to, send out the bat signal, see someone else gets on with me tonight. But we were doing our 9 Faithful Radio Week in Review show. It's me, a co-host. We talk about everything that's happened through the week, give a preview for who we're playing, which obviously this week is going to be Detroit Lions. And then, like I said, some of it turns into it's the end of the week. We've made it. No more work. You get to relax, have a drink, just chill with us. Again, that'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific time on any of the Niner Faithful radios. We'll be going live. I'm going to try and put the live up here again on my TikTok to see how that worked out, because it worked out pretty well last week. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, especially the YouTube one. Please show, if you want to, especially if you want your comments seen, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Niner Faithful Radio YouTube page and everything else. So again, thank you, Faithful. And we will see you tonight. One love.